Hey, Jordan, you guys were much better with that week off. What did you do as a team, you think, to get better? And what was the atmosphere like after that win?
So during the week, we prepared for the game. I guess the dynamic in practice changed. It got a lot more intense, and as Coach Miller said, that he tried to rebuild the team defensively. So we really worked on those on our um, on our fundamentals to get that back in order. Um, and the practice was really intense, and it showed, I guess, on the day we played Iowa. And after the game, the win was really satisfying. Taking down a number 14 was something that uh, not a lot of people could say, but we did it, and it was a team effort, so it felt really good.
Tom Brew.
Hey, Jordan, Trace mentioned after the game that they've also been working a lot in the last week or so, just trying to help get your confidence up and things like that. I know it's a very generic comment, but what sort of specific things were they doing for you, and what sort of specific things do you need to do in your own mind just to kind of feel better about your game and yourself?
I guess the answer to that is just reps. Just coming in and doing extra work and just building the confidence in myself. Because if I know that I put in the work in, putting extra work in, I know I'll be able to perform at a higher level. So I guess that's one of the ways I've been coping with it and just trying to build my confidence. So, and my team has been behind me just with vocal support and just making sure that I'm on top of my game and doing the best I can.
Tyler.
Jordan, just kind of now playing a half a season of college basketball, what do you think the biggest difference is from high school, and what do you feel like you've learned over the last couple of months?
I think the biggest difference would probably be just the speed of the game. It's just a lot more faster, a lot more physical than it was in high school. And what was the second question?
I guess just like, what do you think the biggest things that you've kind of learned, maybe either from Trace or coaches or anything like that over the last couple of months?
One of the biggest things I've learned from the coaches and my teammates is just, I'd really say just probably, I'll say one of them is probably just, well, for my coaches, I guess. I learned a lot about positioning and being at the right spots, at the right time, and when to move and when to, I guess, be available for a pass. You know what I mean? So that's something that I didn't really know coming into college, but they taught me how to, move. So that's really important.
Alex.
Jordan, how have you stayed positive when, there's been some losses earlier in the season? Obviously, it's a little different now after beating Iowa, but been some losses, and maybe you're not playing as much as you would like. How have you stayed positive, and what do you feel like was the key on Thursday for you kind of being thrown in there in a pretty tough spot and just being able to have success right away like that?
I guess one of the keys to staying positive is just knowing that I'm going to get my chance to, be able to, I guess, provide and contribute to the team. And that really just kept me going. Also, my teammates, like I said before, was, always with me to keep me, keep my head. And I think that was really important. But but mainly like the fact that that I knew that one day, like once I, get my opportunity, I'll do my best to, live up to that. And coming into the game at Iowa, having to guard, Luka Garza, it just fired me up. So it just gave me more of that push to, meet the job.
Zach.
Hey, Jordan. I guess just you talked a little bit there about sort of being patient and working. At the same time, is it something where, especially as a freshman, you just kind of try to find a lot of different ways that you can impact, and just sort of think if one night it's guarding Luka Garza, if another night it's maybe picking up a smaller cover on defense, knocking down a couple shots, whatever it is, that it's almost just sort of find kind of any way you can impact the game and just sort of make the most of your minutes when you get them?
Yeah, I guess I just try to find a way to contribute to the team as much as possible, whether that's offensively, defensively, just whatever they need to win. Uh, I just want to be that guy to be able to contribute to the team. So.
Kevin.
Yeah, Jordan, Coach talked earlier in the week about kind of bringing energy at home. I know it's been a tough situation because Assembly Hall is not full. How do you guys do that, coming off the long road trip back from Iowa and getting kind of rejuvenated and back focused on the court?
I think like one of like the best things about this team is that we like produce our own energy. Like the bench is always up. Like the bench is always, communicating to the players on the court. Like, there's always like never like a moment where everybody's like, just watching a game. Like everybody's always like, active and doing something, keeping track of stops, we're like letting people know on the court shot clock, we're just like really together team. And I think like that really helps with like the energy and keeping everything, high level. So I think that's pretty important.
Jim Coyle.
Jordan, you talked about going into the Iowa game, being fired up and knowing that you had the task of getting to guard Luka Garza and that thing. But talk about coming out of that game, the production, the minutes you had, but the valuable minutes you had, contributing, scoring, and being such an integral part of a big win for this team. Coming out of that, what does that do for you personally?
It's really just reassuring. It's just proof that I know that hard work pays off, going in there and having the task, like you said, to guard Luka Garza and coming out with, a pretty good outcome. It just lets me know that, that I could, like hard work pays off basically. Like, there's nothing that I do here that's not, that's not, what's the word? Like not necessary, you know what I mean? Like I do it for a reason. So, yeah.
John Blau.
We talked about just understanding you would have your moment. Obviously, Anthony Leal's had a couple moments. Trey obviously starting. I mean, how much seeing those fellow freshmen make an impact in the way they have during games gives you confidence that once you get in there, you can do something like that?
Right. Seeing like my teammates and my fellow freshmen, I guess, being able to come in and be an impact on the team just gave me confidence, like you said, because I know if they can do it, for sure I can do it. So that helped me too, I guess.
Dustin.
Jordan, I guess what were some things that you were just struggling with before? I guess what took getting used to, as far as just getting used to the college game, and how do you feel like you've made those transitions?
Some that I think that took longer for me to get is I didn't really have that much basketball experience, I guess you would say. Like I just started playing AU basketball like my junior year, and I played at St. Paul's school, and just like coming from that into into Indiana basketball, like the pace was a lot different, and just me I guess coming into the Big Ten and just trying to make a name for myself, like it was a harder task than I expected, but I'm taking on that task, and I'm doing better. So that was kind of like the harder part of I guess coming in, but yeah.
Tyler.
Jordan, not to kind of oversimplify it, but there's a lot of guys that haven't really been able to stop Luka Garza just over the last couple of years. Like, what did you feel like you did that was able to kind of slow him down?
I just try to play hard as I could. Like coach put me in there for a reason. Coach put me in to guard him, and that's what I was going to do. Like I wasn't going to do anything else, like anything different. So I just tried my best. Like I wasn't going to let him do what he usually does. So I just did what I had to do.
Peegs.
Hey, Jordan, compare yourself to when you got to Bloomington. How have you changed your game and your physical strength and so forth the most?
My game changed a lot in terms of like physicality, going to work with Coach Cliff and teaching me like how to use my body, how to use my weight. I guess that's something that I really improved on, and also just like all the reps I got coming from Indiana just made my game more crisp and more sharp. So I think that's really important.
Alex.
Jordan, I'm curious kind of what the mood of the team's been like the last couple of days since the win, and it's obviously something you guys were excited about, but what has the coaching staff emphasized in terms of having to turn the page quickly here with another game coming up tomorrow?
So I guess the mood of the team is just like not satisfied. We're still hungry to guess prove ourselves. And we after that game, after the Iowa game, we have a game tomorrow. So we got to turn the page quick, and go on to the next one. And so we're just hungry to get more W's and just and win for the program.
Zach.
Jordan, you've kind of alluded to this, I think, a little bit in different ways, but I think we've asked the other freshmen this. I'm just curious, what was the process like for you, sort of the acclimatization process this summer, coming in, especially maybe being, the only guy in the freshman class in particular that wasn't from Indiana? Sorry, that's my 2-year-old. That hadn't played on the same AAU team and all those sorts of things, and obviously this just being such an unconventional year to be starting your college basketball career. Just what was that process like for you? What were some of the challenges? Maybe what do you feel you got out of it?
Well, I guess coming into the freshman class, being the only one that's like not from Indiana or playing the same team. I mean, it took like a week to get to know everybody, like freshmen. I mean, but like our roommates, everybody's like welcoming and stuff. So like that wasn't really an issue. And what was the other question? I think there's 2 questions, but like
just the broader process when it's such a kind of an unconventional summer to begin with, and you're trying to find your feet and kind of get started at the college level, but there's just all this sort of weirdness around it.
Right. I mean, like it's been going fine. I've been able to do a lot of things. I guess the things that like are really important. Just coming to the gym, get shots up, and because of COVID, we can't go out. So I'm always in spending time with my roommates. So I guess that just builds our bonds even more. So I'm with my team more than anything. So yeah.
Last question, Kevin.
Yeah, Jordan, I'm just curious, being from New Jersey, if you knew any Rutgers guys, did they recruit you at all? And is it kind of special being a kid from Newark, facing them tomorrow?
I don't really know a lot of kids from Rutgers who goes to Rutgers, I guess, but I know of a lot of them because we're in the same city. Like Cliff, I know of Cliff. I've been in the same gym with him, like working out before. Same as a Geo Baker, but I guess it's kind of a nice experience, to play a team that's from like near my hometown because I haven't been home in a long time. So like, I guess it's just going to be like a nice, feeling, I guess, to like play them, I guess. So.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow.